morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful, beautiful, little beautifuls out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and a life is treating you most deliciously. Okay, so this is my second final video today. I did put up two shorty videos. Okay, there is a point to everything that I do in my delicious little babies. Okay, and yes, okay. So I put up a little shorty video of a cricket bat. Okay, my delicious babies, and I also put up a shorty video of some white spirit, Bartoline. Okay, my delicious babies, you can always there we are, don't go it. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, as I'm doing a video today, like I just said, this will be my second and final. I'm talking about normal videos, my delicious babies, because my other video was uploaded earlier, so it never took hours upon hours. But as of yet, I haven't had any views. Okay, my delicious babies. So once put this one up, unless there's absolutely anything urgent, I will not be putting anything else now up for another couple of days. Okay, my delicious babies, so I just need to get this out of the way. And I hope that we're feeling the love. We continue to feel the love, my little honey bunnies, okay? I hope that the weather's super duper delicious and beautiful wherever you are in the world. Even if it's not, we're still alive. We're still alive. Anyway, there isn't any sunshine, but it's very, very warm. It's what we'd call muggy. Okay, my delicious babies now then. So I've got three. Okay, my delicious babies. So the first one, my delicious little babies, okay, this uploader happens to have 1.06 million subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? And the uploader is called capital G, geography, then space, capital B, by, and then space, capital G, Jeff, spelled Geoff. Okay, my delicious babies, so I'm just going to repeat this again for you, the uploader, all spaces, geography, by Jeff. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, sorry, excuse me. The video is nearly 16 minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? And the video should read, the most isolated town in the world, and in brackets, and why people live here. Okay, my delicious babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you. The most isolated town in the world, in brackets, and why people live here. Okay, my delicious babies. Okay, so from what I gather of the video, and these will be like really this one anyway, will more than likely be a one-off. So it'll be a one-off video, my delicious little babies. Okay. Little Roo, she just barks at everything, my delicious little babies. She knows my neighbours, yet she still barks. I love her with all my heart, my delicious little babies, but I have this every single day, okay? Like I said, I love her with all my heart. But, you know, it can drive me crazy. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, but I love her, right? So, let's get back to the matter in hand. So from what I gather from this video here, okay, well, you see, I do believe... Hello, good evening, my beautiful little baby. I'm very sorry, my little babies, okay, that doesn't mean that. It's all right, my little baby, I'm just doing a video. It's just to be beautiful, dear little neighbours upstairs, bless. Well, the thing is bouncing the ball. Can you hear it? Anyway, my delicious babies, it appears that there were ones who moved on to this little town island. I think it was from the 1800s, okay? It is dominated by 7 families, okay, the surnames, but at the present time, there is she's come for a stroke now, little Rose, under 250. So that doesn't mean 250,000 Mardalish babies or 250 million. 250 mankind who lives in this place, Mardalish babies. And this and this place is it the South Atlantic or just next or something like that? South Atlantic Mardalish babies, okay? And it is called. I'm not talking to our delicious little babies out there who already know this little island. Okay, my delicious little babies. I'm talking to our delicious little babies who do not know. It's called Tristan da Cunha, spelled CUN for November, H for Harry, A for Apple. So it's Tristan da Cunha. Okay, my delicious babies now. They have, you should see it, my delicious babies. They have 1 post office, 1 school, 1 hospital. Okay, they all have their own where they grow the spuds, their potatoes. Okay, they have everything. Their main way of trading, anyway, you'll see for yourself on the video, my delicious babies. Okay, a lot to do with the fishing trade. Okay, my delicious babies. Okay, they have 1 pub, 1 my delicious babies. I'll tell you what, when you actually look at this video, my delicious babies, I'm not just saying it, you would actually feel, well, shall we say, you would actually feel rather, I think for many, my thoughts are, unless somebody likes living in, in the city and everything, my delicious little babies, okay? Well, I think that ones would feel rather envious, actually, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Okay, I mean, you probably, I mean, I do not know, they never mentioned it, but I mean, they did show a bus, okay, but you probably have a bus once a day or something like that, or once every couple of days or something, my delicious babies, okay? There is only, is it 9 trips a year or something, where I suppose, if I've heard it correctly, like for supplies and things like this now then. But they all seem to be hunky-dory tickety-boo. Now, if anybody is going to ask a question, my delicious little babies, can anybody else move there? That would mean anybody from our old England or anywhere else in that fact, my delicious little babies, unless you would be a doctor, unless you were on a fixed contract, well, where you just go there and you know what I mean. Well, basically, nobody else is allowed to move there. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, and it's like I got a volcanic and everything, okay. I mean, to tell you the truth, it looks like, there we are, sheer bliss. There we are. I've got to be honest, my delicious little babies, it really, really does, okay. However, would I want to live there? I'm not so sure. I mean, under 250 living there. I mean, it's look. I mean, it's a lovely place when you look at it. It's very picturesque and and everything like that. But I do not feel I'd want to live there. But you know, but it does look beautiful and lovely, is what I'm saying. Okay, Mardelish babies, but no, they do not allow any immigration. They do not allow anything Mardelish babies. They're very they're very strict. Now, apparently, what did I say towards the end of the video? If somebody wanted to marry someone off the this Tristan day Cunha. Okay, Martin, she's back. I suppose that you're not ruling it out if my ears heard it correctly, but I suppose there'd be certain channels that you'd have to go through. But I mean, in reality, Martin, babies, I think there were more than 250 before. The number seems to be coming down. Well, I suppose it's coming down with old age, my delicious babies. I wonder whether, I wonder, mind you, I suppose that the pandemic wouldn't have affected them, would it, my delicious babies, or the COVID, that wouldn't have affected them, would it, my delicious babies? I shouldn't have imagined. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, well, I would have thought, using me ding ding dong dong common sense, that maybe the reason for the lower number that it's going lower is maybe ones are aging or something. Do you know what I mean? Mardelistic babies. Do you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you look at it another way, everybody knows everybody, so it's wonderful. I mean, you can leave, according to this video, you can leave, your keys in your car, and nobody's going to touch it. Well, I mean, and somebody put in a comment. I only looked at a couple of the comments about delicious stick babies, but it was ding ding dong dong common sense. Well, you can't really go anywhere, can you? Do you know what I mean? So, unless you're just gonna have a joyride around your island, do you know what I mean? You cannot really go anywhere else, can you, man? Delicious stick babies, to be honest. You know what I mean? Oh dear. So yeah. So but so basically, if anybody was sparing a thought or wanted to move there, I suppose judging by the video from what your man there said, it's between slim and nothing. Okay, marginalistic babies, but but to look at it, I mean, for some, especially some who say live in our old England or any other country for that matter, marginalistic babies, and they're always on their own. Well, it probably a country like that probably there we are would suit them. But for myself, I like to not in that way, not in that way. I like to meet different mankind and everything. My delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not so sure that it would maybe suit myself. I mean, there could be like another reason why the numbers could be reducing. Maybe if there's been like a few of the mankind from there, or a small number, shall we say, who maybe moved there we are off the island. Because you do hear of that as well, don't you, my delicious little babies? Do you know what I mean? So that could be another reason, as well as the old age or something like this now then. Because to be fair, I cannot really see any of them really getting poorly, my delicious little babies. Anyway, that's just my thoughts anyway. But a lovely little video to watch, my delicious little babies, And then, of course, I suppose some would be, I mean, I'm not laughing like taking the pee or anything, my delicious little babies, but they'd be looking at that. Whoever looks at this video, they'd be looking at it and they'd be saying, effing Alan, flipping, look at our country and the other countries, look at our countries. So I'm not doing this, to be a torment, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? It's just, I came across it, whilst fishing, you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, and this is what I come across, and I thought, oh no, I couldn't resist this one. I thought, I've got to show you. Okay, my delicious little babies. But like I said, there'll always be some who know about this, okay? But, there'll be a lot who do not know about it, okay? I'm pretty sure if my noddle sounds, sorry, rewind and start again. I'm pretty sure if my noddle serves me correctly, that I've seen. There we are, something similar to this. There we are, many years ago. Okay, Martelish Look Babies. It was something very similar. Okay, that I saw, but it was on a program on the Poxy box in the corner of the room. Okay, but of course I have tried in my noddle to remember what it was, and I cannot. Okay, Martin, I usually need something to jog my memory, if you know what I mean, Martin. Look, babies, you know what I mean. Anyway, it's only because my noddle, there we are, it's just filled with so many other things, Martin. Look, babies. Well, it's the same for the rest of us, isn't it, really, Martin? Look, babies. I mean, really, who's got an empty noddle? You know what I mean, Martin? Babies? Because nobody has, have they? Unless you're sitting meditating for 8 hours a day, like the Buddhas. You know what I mean, Martin? Well, I mean, I should imagine for themselves, even though they meditate for 8 hours a day. Well, it used to be 8 hours a day. I don't know what it is now. I should imagine they've still got a little bit spare in their noddle to have other thoughts. What do you think, Martin? Babies? Would you say that? Anyway, I just thought anyway. So, now then, my final two videos. Now, there's a reason why I'm saying this, and I needed to make sure that I put this video out. However, I do not know how long this video will take to upload, Martin Babies. The other one was rather, there we are, it was rather quick. I think it was about an hour and a half or something. Normally, sometimes it can go 24 hours. So, you know what I mean? I just do not know. Just depends what I've said on the video, I suppose. You know what I mean? Or it could be the title or whatever. I don't know. I've no idea. I reckon they pick up on certain words. There we are, or phases or something. That's what I reckon. Anyway, well, that doesn't put me in good stead, does it? As I've said, COVID. And the old pandemic, that doesn't put me in good stead, does it, Martin? Babies, no. But there's something I'd like you to take a little look at, right? Please and thank you. Should anybody happen to have any form of an interest, just a little bit of time out somebody's day or night, if they happen to have any time. Because I know how busy some can be, you know what I mean? We do get it. But it's also, there we are, good to go backwards as well, Martin. Babies, yes. So this one here, Martin Babies, this is on the same channel that I advertised another video, an uploader on today, Martin Babies, on my earlier video that I've just been talking about. So it's called All Spaces, all capital initial, the Tin Foil Man. I advertised them earlier, my delicious little babies, on my earlier video. They're still at 18,000 subscribers, so let me just double check this. Oh yeah, it's up here. Sorry about that, my delicious babies. Yes, they're still at 18,000, so the number, doesn't seem to have moved. Okay, does not. Sorry, correct English. And the video should read. Now, me personally, I have not seen this video, so I did listen to it. It's just over an hour long, my delicious little babies can. Super Soldier, it should read, sorry. Michael Prince, AK, James Casbolt. Okay, Martin babies, so I'm just going to repeat this again for you. Super Soldier, Michael Prince, AK, James Casbolt, or, well, it's not Casbolt, it's Casbolt. Okay, Martin babies, this was 11 year again as well, the same as the one that I advertised earlier. Okay, Martin babies. I mean, did I need to stumble, or didn't I need to stumble? Just. And the reason why I say this, Mardelistic babies, is that this Michael Prince, aka James Casbolt, this would be a beneficial video to somebody who is well into listening about this type of topic and subjects. Okay, Mardelistic babies, okay? Anybody who's not really into it, it wouldn't be for those. Okay, I suppose what I'm doing is directing it. There we are, who I need to direct it at. I'm pretty sure they would know who they are. Okay, Mardelistic babies, okay? And well, this one here is like and this is going back 11 years ago, because the final video that I'm going to tell you about, this is from that man there who I'm talking about, this James Casbolt, Michael Prince. Then we fast forward to December 2025, My Delicious Little Babies, which, is just gone. You know what I mean, as you would know, My Delicious Little Babies, okay? And it shows him where he's older now, okay? But in this video, and this is another reason why I wanted to do my video to you all this evening, My Delicious Little Babies, because it appears he was a hitman. Okay, My Delicious Little Babies. Now, he seems to have, what he says is like this claw, it's like a crab, like a claw thing. You cannot see it. It's inside, it's inside his head. This is on this first video that I'm telling you about, the tinfoil man, James Casbolt. Okay, My Delicious Little Babies. And he's saying like there's other things in his body. Okay, My Delicious Little Babies. But he mentioned about Max Spears. Now, I've talked about Max Spears, My Delicious Little Babies, okay? And, Max Spears, from some of the videos that I've watched, and I have advertised months ago, My Delicious Little Babies, other than, I've advertised him again this morning. Bless him, and may he rest in peace. This James Casbolt, Michael Prince, seems to have a different feeling about Max Spears, okay? Now, I personally do not know anything about that My Delicious Little Babies, okay? It's the first time I'd ever seen this man. So I'm not talking to our Delicious Little Babies who already know about this man. I'm talking to our Delicious Little Babies who do not know, okay? But he seemed to have a very different feelings and thoughts about Max Spears. But Max Spears, from the videos that I saw, number one, I found him to be not in that way, very interesting. I found the videos very interesting, hence the reason why I advertised months and months ago, and again this morning, okay? It's interesting what he's talking about, the subjects that we are talking about, okay? But I also do recall, words to effect, not the exact words, that Max Spears has not pretended to be an angel, because he didn't. So he was very honest about, like different things now that went on, things, to where, about things and things that went on in his life, My Delicious Little Babies, although I do not ever recall it, unless I haven't watched any other videos or footage or something. I clearly have not. I never knew about this particular thing, My Delicious Little Babies. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is, My Delicious Little Babies, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but what I'm saying is, My Delicious Little Babies, I just do not know. I just do not know about this, okay? I'm not saying that, because this is clearly between two men, isn't it? But you got two super soldiers. You know what I mean? My Delicious Little Babies, okay? So it's clearly between those two. which was this Michael Prince, aka James Casbolt, and Max Spears. Okay, but it was very interesting to listen to. But what I was listening to, which is the part that I was listening to, this is to do with something else. I'm not going to say Mardelistic babies. And the only reason why, because, I would like my video to be uploaded, sometime this evening, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay. That's the only reason. Yeah, that's the only reason why. Yeah, my neighbours, the beautiful little Syrian neighbours up the road. Bless. Sorry, I do get distracted, my delicious little babies. It's because I want you to hear something and see something. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay. So very interesting, but in part of it was like, well, why didn't basically, why wasn't it in the news? There's, I don't know, you'd have to take a listen, Martin Lichtenberg babies. But anyway, he did say, James Casbolt, in this video, Martin Lichtenberg babies, he did say, when he was asked, well, he does not regret killing who he killed. You know what I mean? He's your kind of hitman now, where he would just go up and, it's like it's all planned. He'd just boom, 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 like that. Do you know what I mean? Martin Lichtenberg babies, okay? So he never felt bad one iota. He was also wanted born in the USA, so he was wanted in the USA, Martin Lichtenberg babies, you know what I mean? Well, as it turns out, after this video, Martin Lichtenberg babies, it appears now we're going to this video, the final one. I'm just going to mention Martin Lichtenberg babies. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to listen to. But it's also interesting to listen to somebody who doesn't seem to have that type of emotion. Do you know what I mean, Martin Lichtenberg babies? Because over the decades, I have listened to other videos and other programs, to do with hitmen, which then became ex-hitmen, because basically what it was, they wanted to come out of that type of laugh. Do you know what I mean, Martin Lichtenberg babies? Anyway, but just to finish off with this, video here that I've just been rambling on about. Well, he enjoys living, so he says that he enjoys living, my delicious little baby, as well. Well, I suppose, whoever he was doing the hitman for. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, clearly there was something wrong with who he shot. Wasn't there, Martin Lichtenberg babies? You know what I mean? It's like you just do not go up to somebody. It's like he even said on the stage, somebody said something, I can't remember, because there's a bit of noise as well when you're listening to this video. And he said, well, you have not done anything wrong to me. So that tells ding, ding, dong, dong myself that he's not the type just to go out and just boom, 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 boom. Not him, he say, well, he's not that type. Do you know what I mean? It's either he's assigned to do something. There we are. Do you see what I mean, Martin Lichtenberg babies? Okay. But it was a fascinating video to listen to. But I don't know about the Max Spears and this James Casbolt, because, and I mean, in all fairness, I mean, bless Max Spears. I'm only going on the videos that I've watched of his. Okay. And like I said, he never pretended to be no angel. So he did say that, he went through different stages in his life, you know what I mean? So, but obviously I never heard about this part, but the point is, Martin, it's not obvious to you, Martin, it's obvious to myself, but the point is that if Max Spears, I'm sure, was here now, bless him, And I hope that he's resting in peace. He's probably not mad to Lishlik baby seeing all this crap what's going on, you know what I mean? Anyway, but of course, they warned, you know what I mean? Mad to Lishlik babies, even your man here warned, you know what I mean? Mad to Lishlik babies on this video. I'm pretty sure maybe it would be a different matter or something, mad to Lishlik babies, you know what I mean? Where they'd be able to get together and discuss a matter. You know what I mean? Mad to Lishlik babies. But anyway, nevertheless, it was interesting to take a listen to. You know what I mean? So it is worth having a little listen, but it's just amazing when you see somebody where they just do not show emotion. And he's quite, I would say, softly spoken, really. He's not like one of these mega aggressive talkers, you know what I mean? Mad delicious babies. Anyway, let me just fast forward now to the last video that I want to tell you about. So this uploader here happens to have 13.4 thousand subscribers. Mad delicious babies, and by the way, 13, not coding. And it's called, I haven't advertised these for whatever o'clock. Okay, mad delicious babies, but it's called capital T, the space, capital B, bases, 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 space, capital P, project. Okay, mad delicious babies, that's the uploader. This video here, mad delicious babies, okay, is I think is it nearly 37 minutes something long, and this video should read base 39. Yeah, see, it comes to 12. You know what I mean, Matt? And by the way, that's not coding, okay? It's just you cannot get around it, can you? The numbers are everywhere, aren't they, Martinistic babies? Anyway, base 39, Martinistic babies. James Casbolt update in Zena by Miles Johnson, December 2025. So I'm just going to read this out to you, repeat it again, Martinistic babies. Base 39, James Casbolt, update in Zena by Miles Johnson, December 2025. Okay, Martinistic babies, okay, so that's all the videos that are mentioned, you know, that I needed to mention, sorry, today. So we need to, what do we need to do? We need to go backwards, mad delicious babies. Anyway, let's put the book over there and let's have a quick discuss. By the way, that previous video that I was just talking about was talking about what was coming down from the sky, mad delicious babies. I'd really strongly suggest, there we are, that one's really take a very good listen. Okay, and I reckon that explains when I was seeing that some years ago on a BitChute, mad delicious babies, it sort of jogged my memory, and I thought, oh yeah, it's not just other things, put it this way, mad delicious babies. Anyway, I'm not going to say nothing more. Okay. So let's just get back finally to this little video. So this is Michael Prince, you know, whose name is James Casbolt, and this is him now. So he's done a time in incarceration, mad delicious little babies, and where it clearly wasn't a very nice place for him, and he genuinely thought he was going to pass away. But he's the type, as he said in his previous, you know, that video I was telling you about, like he says in this video, you know, because he wants to live. Okay, mad delicious babies. So he wants to live. So, but now what he's done, I think he's done a couple of books. Okay, he wrote some while he was in incarceration, mad delicious babies, and he just wants to concentrate on his health. Okay, and what he also mentioned was to do with videos and everything as well. because he wants to concentrate on his health. Okay, because what he's saying is, if he's doing videos and everything, words to effect, okay, not the exact words, but if he's doing videos all the time, Martin, okay, he doesn't want anything to disrupt himself, in the process of getting better, because he wants to see his loved ones in a few years' time. And what he's saying is he wants to be well for them. Okay, Martin, okay. Um, but something else which is rather interesting, because he learned to sing whilst he was incarcerated, baby. So, well, that's a good thing, isn't it, to learn to sing? And well, now who's he? Something to do with, anyway, linking up or whatever with 50 cents. Okay, Martin babies. Now, what's happened is, because he's been clearly told that there's certain things now that he cannot talk about. Okay, Martin, but you really need to listen to this. Like I said, this is only for somebody, you will know who you are. It would only be for some Martin babies who, there we are, this would be of interest to them. I mean, they may know, they may not know. Okay? But he talks a bit about politicians. Anyway, it's a lot crammed in to like nearly 38 minutes, Mardelistic babies, okay? And, well, when I was going into music, so, and the only other way that he can get things across, he's got to do it sort of like incurred. Well, to be fair, Mardelistic babies, we've all had to do that. There we are. We've all had to do that, haven't we, Mardelistic babies, you know what I mean? Because, of course, as we very well know, we've been censored left, right and centre. And it's very difficult, so for most of the time, for the majority of us, you're just talking to yourself, aren't you, in the camera? Because there's very few who are listening. You know what I mean? I'm hearing a lot of channels as well, but well worth a look at these videos, Mardelistic babies. Please and thank you. There's something I'm wanting you to hear. Do you see what I mean? You'll know what I'm talking about. Anybody who knows me, Mardelistic babies, you'll know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? Okay? It's a case of, I'm in pieces, bits and pieces, like that. Okay, Mardelistic babies, but well worth a listen. But yeah, I'm listening to other channels. It's across the board, Mardelistic babies, different platforms, different channels, where, well, basically, some of their subscribers are being unsubscribed, others are not getting notifications. There's a lot that's going on, Mardelistic babies, okay? And the point of the matter is, I suppose, especially the larger ones, I suppose it's more frustration than anything, because as we very well know, everybody should have a freedom of speech. But it was clearly pointed out to all of us that it's, a freedom of speech, but not a freedom of reach. You know what I mean, Mardelistic babies? So, yes. So that is just another few videos for you, Mardelistic babies. It's just up to yourselves what your thoughts would be after listening to this. But yeah, I mean, he has that age, he's got grey hair now. But he has had illnesses, but he's trying to get himself better, and I assume, by the way he's come across, he's just trying to keep himself out of trouble, Mardelicious little babies, you know what I mean? So maybe, I do not know, maybe he's left that side of his life behind. Maybe, I do not know. I suppose, really, I suppose you could say that, I suppose, until somebody upsets somebody, you know what I mean, mad, babies, I do not know, you know what I mean, but he's just trying to get into his music and everything, okay? So, if that's what he's trying to do, well, as I would say to anybody, they're just trying to keep themselves out of trouble, fair play to him. You know what I mean, Mardelistic babies? But I just like to listen to different angles. There we are, different angles of things. You know what I mean? Things two ways. You see what I mean, Mardelistic babies? Okay. But no, but I enjoyed listening to the videos nevertheless, and I still enjoy listening to Max Spear's videos. Sometimes my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Because we have to go backwards in order there we are to go forwards, because of things that, you know, which was said years ago now, that then come to pass, isn't it? You know what I mean? My delicious little babies. And please, you know, please, could we uh Richard, all in capitals, Richard Willett, double L, double T, on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? He's still got his book available if anybody wants to buy it, my delicious little babies. You know, I just like to advertise everybody as I go along, okay, my delicious little babies? So that's what I do. I sort of drop different ones out, you know, as I go along, okay, my delicious little babies? So, yeah. And of course, like I just said, with anybody not in that way, not in that way. But yeah, three very, there we are, extremely interesting videos to take a listen to, okay? So thank you so very much for any views, for any likes, the occasional comments, my delicious little babies. So whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. May your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected. And how I love you so. You're super duper wonderful, super duper delish, and how I love you so. And I did forget to say, didn't I? Please take care of yourselves now, my delicious little babies, and please do try to take care of others, because we are in the bonkers, crackers, and crazy well. But yeah, when you get just to, you know, to finish on this, okay, when you've got two super soldiers, okay, because that's what they're called, isn't it? Well, if they're programmed to do certain things, okay, we have to look at it that way. Something else that one last thing that Max, bless him, said on that video, my delicious little babies, that I advertised earlier on today, all to do with the thigh, and you know, and to do like things that have been implanted. Just something about it, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Anyway, so until my next video, you know, you just look after now. How I love you so. You just take care, all right? Thank you very much for listening once again, okay? Well, nobody will really get to listen, very few anyway, but thank you to anybody, whoever listens, okay? But very good videos to take a listen to, okay? Be up to yourselves what your thoughts are, okay? So, love you, take care, goodbye.